My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, have you ever kind of had that fantasy to just pack up the family, get in the RV, and travel around the country and not have any fixed address, and do that while living off the proceeds of real estate? Well, that's what today's guest, Stephen Richerson, is doing. He's zooming in from his RV. Today he happens to be in Montana. That could change at the drop of a hat. Stephen, welcome to the call. Great to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So give us a little snapshot. We were talking off air here for a little bit. A lot of what you do is what you call remote project management. And you got a lot of experience in real estate yourself and in construction and doing flips. And these days you're helping primarily a lot of flippers manage their projects remotely. So
Yeah,
what does that look like? What does that
absolutely.
mean? Fill in the
Yeah,
blanks.
sure, absolutely. So just a little bit of background. I started my remodeling company when I was 23 years old, Fresh Ideas Home Improvement, and that was back in 2006. And we just usual remodel stuff. And then we watched enough HGTV to get dangerous and buy our first flip in 2007. And that was a disaster. That was total amateur, right? We knew how to fix them. We just didn't know the other components, due diligence, run the numbers, and that sort of thing. And
Mm.
of course, the market had skewed ARV prices to it, so our whole due diligence was set up to fail. So we got out of that one, and we moved from Oklahoma City to Charleston, South Carolina. We moved just because people ask, "Why are you moving? Why are you moving? Is there a job? Anything?" And we're like, you know what? We'll tell you when you come visit. It's beautiful. The culture is amazing. And we just fell in love with it with some vacation. So we moved out there, and I started running my remodeling company remotely from there. And folks were like, how are you doing this? Well, obviously I need a trusted person on site, and we have our existing crews. And I just developed systems to where I could work and design with the client, with the homeowner, to help create their space that they wanted, right? And to bring that vision to life. And got a couple of years of that. And then we made some serious investment in ourselves with some education and some mentorship, started flipping properties and doing really great there in Charleston. And, 2020 hit and COVID hit, and we just went nuts. I was just like, you know what? I don't know if it was the fight or flight mentality, but I went a little nutty, and I was let's just buy everything we can and see what happens, right? So we just raised a ton of money, and we started doing deals there in Charleston, but also remotely as well. A couple of deals in Oklahoma City, one in Arlington, Texas, which is where I'm originally from, and it was great. We got lucky with the ballooning ARV valuations during that summer
Mm.
and the remaining of that year. So over the following year, yeah. So later that year, we launched. We bought a beautiful fifth wheel toy hauler, and it was used only twice. And so we renovated. Unfortunately, as a renovator, my wife was like, "You can do it all. Let's just make it our space." And so we did, and hit the road, and we continued to do some flips, and just started liquidating. It's simple. Buy low, sell high. So
Yeah.
it looked like it was high, and so we started liquidating and continued to do projects. And now I work with different homeowners, landowners, business owners, and also mainly newbie investors to help them in their first flip, right? Or their project, whatever they have going on. We've done a land development. We've done a couple of land developments. We're doing three commercial buildings in Alamosa, Colorado, that I'm managing those, and it's all remotely. So flipping, though, that's a different beast, and obviously that's the crowd we're talking to here. I remember my flip was a disaster. It cost me a lot of time, and I would have rather have taken a hit financially than the amount of time that I put into it. And it was very amateur, and I can't get that time back. I can make
Yeah.
the money back, and that's the one thing I definitely want to stress to a lot of investors out there. If they're thinking about doing it yourself, that will cost you time and a learning curve and eventually money as well. And you can always make more money and get the money back. It's just that time that you lose that's invaluable. So I've learned to guard that over the years in my wisdom and my age.
Yeah.
But
Well, the
yeah, that's
question
what we're
for you.
doing
So,
now. Yeah,
logistical question for you, Stephen. So, you're helping newer real estate investors and experienced flippers and whatnot with their projects from a distance. So, are they all in areas where you already have teams, or are you managing their teams that they already have? You know,
great
finding
question.
teams for them. What does that even look like?
Yeah, all of the above.
Okay.
So Alamosa, and that's part of that initial conversation. You know,
Yeah.
who do you know? Are we starting from scratch here? Do you have an existing team or a contractor that you've worked with before? And it would really be about me managing. If so, it'd be about me managing that team from my expertise and being that middle person of guidance, right? Because my motivation isn't let's jack the price up and let's sell you some crown molding and let's go with the this and that throughout their project. No, my job's to keep it efficient, tight, as low as possible, negotiate with the contractors and the subcontractors, have the relationships with the local vendors to get better prices because I
So,
just want the satisfaction in the
maybe
end.
explain to me the difference between project management and you being like a
Mm.
general contractor. What do
Yeah,
you?
well, it's a flat fee basis, first of all, and I'm on the side of the client when a lot of contractors we always hear the horror stories. Oh, I
Yeah.
paid them half up, they took my money and that sort of thing. So I definitely guide them away from those things to
Mhm.
where they're always maintaining their leverage as the person with the money, whether that's the investor, and we're doing a hard money loan withdrawal requests and all that good stuff, or it's a homeowner or whoever. And we use I provide contracts and really great change order contracts and contracts that they review, they send off to their legal if they want to, but they have it as a starting point. And if they adopt it, great. It's just really great documentation. So I just kind of help them through the process
Yeah.
as well. And it's a general contractor takes on the risk, and I absolve myself of a lot of risk, which is nice, right?
Mhm.
So I'm a more of a consultant type
Yeah.
project management as well. So
So if I'm understanding correctly, and I'm just going to kind of feed back to you what I understood, and then correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah,
So you're coming at this with a ton of experience as a renovator, as a construction guy, having your own remodeling company. So being kind of the general contractor and a lot of other deals in the past. Plus, you've got your own experience doing a ton of your own flips. So you understand it from the investor point of view. And now you and the family are touring the country in the RV. And the big value you bring to the table is that perspective, that experience. So you can walk through, let's say, a newer flippers situation. You can talk with them. They've got the property under contract or whatever it is, and then you
right,
can help them create the plan, implement the plan, make sure the contractors are doing what they should be doing
right,
when they should be doing it, and just bringing that experience to the table without actually swinging
absolutely,
hammers or
absolutely
being a
right.
partner in the deal. Yeah,
Even architects sometimes miss some things. There's so much nuance
yeah,
that happens in a remodel. A home builder who's only built homes and tract homes or custom homes, doesn't matter, still doesn't know what it's like to perform surgery on 100-year-old home,
yeah. Because there's a
right?
difference between building something and fixing something that already exists. There's a huge difference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and there's a lot of nuance behind the scenes after demolition, just dealing with all sorts of things, whether it's matching texture, matching trim profiles,
yeah,
mortar style, door handles or not, all sorts. And so I think my special sauce really is the decades of renovating and then the decade of flipping my own houses and knowing what to keep, what to fix, what to replace, what to do, because we can go over budget quickly,
yeah.
obviously. Especially, material costs are up. It's, it's $8 for a roll of blue tape, guys. $8 freaking. It's nuts. So um, we can go over budget quickly. So it's about keeping that budget in line and triage. It's all about triage. It's like, okay, this is our limitations, because if we go beyond this, we lose profitability. Can't do that. What's the best bang for our buck with the new home buyers, right? And so a lot of that's going to be asset based. All right, well, we've got starter homes, mid homes, luxury homes. We've got acreage. We don't have acreage. It's regional. So there's obviously regional architecture. Where I just started with this company here in Colorado. We're doing deals in Colorado Springs and Pueblo, Colorado, and it's a different market and architecture than the East Coast of Charleston, South Carolina, right? Which is, you know, uh, English style, right? So
old school,
old world stuff. So that doesn't take long. It's just knowing what those are and knowing what obviously the end buyer and the market wants and what they're desiring. So right now we're in that space. We're also looking into getting into smart home capabilities, and a lot of the millennial and young professionals who will be buying some of these starter assets are likely going to be upgrading with smart tech, right? Hey Siri, hey Alexa, turn on my lights, change my thermostat, the temperature, all this sort of stuff. So we're
cook my
looking
dinner.
to, yeah, exactly. So we're looking to see what some affordable packages are for our investor clients to flip houses, to just have that one little value add, a couple hundred extra dollars in hardware, maybe a couple of $100 with a technician to hook it all up. We have a smart home officially. Does that give us an edge over the next $250,000 house down the street or in the neighborhood? So that's what we're going
Very
for.
smart. So just out of curiosity, Stephen, this is fascinating. Walk me through typically, like, how does working with a client remotely look like for you? Because it seems like this would be a very hands-on, be in the place kind of thing. Obviously, it doesn't have to be. So are you doing video walkthroughs with the client? Like, how are you seeing
Great
stuff?
question. So the behind the curtain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The operation. So and this is from those years of running my company remotely, doing deals remotely, and fine tuning that process. It's pretty simple. We are starting to incorporate a Matterport with Matterport file. So it's a beautiful 3D file. We can zoom in it, and we import that into planning software. So we're working on that. My way so far is old school. I just need really good still images of every single wall inside and out, ceiling and floor. And that's it. And then from that, I draw and I mark what we're keeping, what we're going, where to cut, what the instructions are. This is what I want done. I want this outlet moved here. I want the new double gang box over here, right? So I can, with a measurement and a 2D as well, so a 2D, a 3D floor plan, just basic stuff. I don't need the architect out there to give me the full, the full Monty of our drawings and plans. And that stack of pictures that are marked goes into a folder that goes to the crew. So the demo crew gets this folder with a document of scope of work. This is all the stuff we're keeping, and it's all color coded. So red is throw it in the trash. Green is we're going to keep it. Blue is repair it. Simple as that.
Nice.
Yeah. And when they're done, they send me pictures. I review things. I zoom in. And so my main thing is managing that, deciding what stays, what goes, what we're going to keep, what we're going to paint, what we're going to fix. So, a lot of times exterior repair guys are going to be like, yeah, we should replace all of this fascia and siding. And I'm like, this is a flip. Let's replace some of it. Let's do some filler on the rest of it and paint over it, right? Let's play dentist. Let's just remove the rot, put in some good filler and paint over it and make her look great. And, buy some time. We're not looking for the 30-year investment here. We're looking for the 5-year, So
very, very smart. So really it's all about high quality photos that you can zoom right in there and see exactly what the heck's going on. And smart. Very cool, Stephen. So it sounds like you've set up a pretty nice lifestyle for you and your family. You're traveling, like, do you stay in one place for quite a while, or are you moving on a pretty consistent?
So if you didn't, there's this massive subcultures of traveling people, van lifers, and there's families that full time. So I've got 2 daughters myself that are still in school, and where they homeschool, and we're part of a group, and we meet up all over the country at these rallies and meet up with friends, and we go to the park together. We go explore the area together. And so we just did this Glacier Park meetup 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And after that, we left the RV. We take over an RV park. It's great. There's kids everywhere, teenagers, and everybody's getting together. And then right now we're over at a lady who's got 40 acres. We're off grid. I can be off grid for several weeks at a time. I've got this beautiful mountain view with the valley, the whitetail deer running across. It's fantastic. And next week we're going to be in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I imagine you're moving a little further south as the weather gets colder, or you like the cold weather?
absolutely. I like the crisp, but then yeah, when it gets, during the day, if it's too cold, it's time to go south. Absolutely.
Makes sense. Stephen, well, this has
Chasing
been great.
70.
Thank you very much for sharing some insights, and congratulations on really dialing it in. I admire that. Dialing it in so you can do this from a distance, provide massive value for the clients that you're working with, create a lifestyle for you and your family where you can travel and you don't have to be in any one place. I tip my hat to you. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And if
Yeah,
people
thank
want to
you.
connect with you, how should they do that? What's the best
Yeah,
way?
very simple. Just shoot me an email. That is fresh ideas, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. Fresh ideas, number 4, letter U at gmail.com.
Good email address. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, Dave. Take
All right,
care.
everybody. Take care. We'll see you on the next episode. Hey there. I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.